What's up, kids? Happy Monday. Good to see everybody. So we're talking Pinterest this morning. I'm out here at this amazing park. By the way, check this out. Every now and then y'all see me out here. This park out here is Shelby Farms Park. This is in Memphis, Tennessee. I live in Memphis, and this is the largest inner city park in the United States. Okay, largest, let me define that. Largest inner city park in the United States. So, meaning there's the city of Memphis surrounds this park. This park is 5,500 acres, I think, something like that. That's crazy big, by the way. That's like enormous. This thing dwarfs Central Park. It dwarfs all other inner city parks in the nation. And it's right here in Memphis. I can't believe that. Memphis has a few really cool things. What's up, Virginia? Great to see you. Hi. Anyway, so love this park. We're going to talk Pinterest marketing this morning, and Heather is going to join us here in a second. Nice location, right, Virginia? I love this place. Oh my gosh. It's 65 degrees here in Memphis today. And on days like this, like I literally move all of my calls, training, teaching, all that kind of stuff out here to the park because I just freaking can't get enough. I love it out here. So we're going to talk Pinterest marketing here in a second because there's so many places that we're all out there marketing. Hey, I love Pinterest. You really do? That's so great. I have a lot of questions about this today, by the way. So when we bring Heather on here in a second, she's getting logged in right now. When we bring Heather on here in a second, we'll talk about that because I'm not a Pinterest guy. Just not my place to hang out. But there's so many places to hang out, right? We're all doing different stuff. There's Clubhouse, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn, there's just Twitter. I mean, I'd never go on Twitter either. Yvonne, what's up? Great to see you. Good morning. Pleasant temps. Yeah, for real. It's great out here. So anyway, Pinterest is a real place, right? There are tons of people, there you go, that are seen right here in the list who love Pinterest. It's not my place, but there are tons of people in very specific niches and markets in those places. So we really got to make sure we're tackling that. Hang on, let me bring Heather in here and let's dive into this thing. Heather is awesome. Here we come. See if I can get her here on the camera. And here she comes, and we'll dial it in because Heather is a Pinterest expert who I've got to know for a while now. There's Heather. You there? Can you hear us, Heather? I can hear you.
I can hear like 4 of you.
You can hear 4 of us? Is it echoey?
It's catching up.
Okay. Let me know if it catches up. I want to make sure everybody else is good. Let me know if you can hear me okay. You good? Is it bad? Heather?
Like 4 of you.
I'm going to... Different? Can you still hear 4 of me? Because there's only 1 of me. How about now? Is it any better? Okay, you folks watching, y'all hearing like 4 of us, or are you hearing just 1 of us? Heather, if you need to bail out and come right back in, you can, because nobody seems to be complaining about it. Heather does not Facebook. She does Pinterest paid ads, Pinterest organic, all things Pinterest. There are not many people out there who are Pinterest experts. So you just won on both sides, right? I got the same thing on my side. I got just 1 of Heather and 1 of me. If you can hear me okay with the headphones, I'll keep them in. I don't think headphones actually work when you're on Facebook. When you're on Facebook Live, have you ever noticed that you can't use Bluetooth headphones, which I think is such a handicap? I think if you plug in a headset after you start a Facebook Live, like to the phone itself, I think you can go around the Facebook app. Somehow it cheats it, but I wish it would do that. So here's the thing. Heather is, I'll go ahead and give her an introduction. I'll have to catch you guys later. We'll record this. No worries, Virginia. It's right here. Hey, what's up? Pinterest ads are amazing. Pinterest has taken over our traffic. No way. Better results than Facebook and converting better now. See, that's so cool. That's really cool. See, I love hearing that. So Pinterest is a thing that I'm just simply not, okay, let me get Heather back in here again. I'm just simply not good at, and I don't know much about, but I know Heather does. Heather, how about now?
Hi.
Is it good?
I only hear 1 of you.
Okay,
I don't know
good.
what that was about.
That's great. Okay, so obviously people here love Pinterest. I'm the weirdo who just simply doesn't do enough Pinterest to know what I'm doing. So Heather, here's the thing. As somebody like me who knows nothing about Pinterest, obviously tons of people here having great success with it. Like, I Google something, for like recently, I have this Super 73 bike. I love this bike, by the way. It's electric. It's like a motorcycle. It's super fun. I was Googling rear racks for Super 73s, and I get a whole bunch of Pinterest stuff, right? Bunch of people on Pinterest showing how they've done that custom homemade thing, okay? I don't have a Pinterest account. So I use it as a place to find Google images that show me how to do something. How do you market to on Pinterest, and who are you marketing to? Are you marketing to people like me? Like, who's looking to buy a service on Pinterest? I'm confused. Help me out.
A lot of women, a lot of moms. It's primarily made up of like 18 to 50. That's not a rough, hard and fast age range, but the majority, so like 33% of all the users on Pinterest are Gen Xers, so that'll tell you their age. And the other 33% are millennials, me. And then the rest, the other 33% is split between grandmas and really young Gen Zers.
Okay.
And yeah, so their household income, Gen Xers average household income is more than $100,000 for their household, and millennials are right behind them. So they have a little bit of a higher income than other platforms, and they're primarily women, but men are like 50% of all new signups are men.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why are men shifting to the platform?
Because they're realizing it's not just a place for frilly flower home decor, and they can actually find like motorcycle racks. I literally just searched, and it's all kinds of motorcycle things.
I know, right? Look at that. Those are my people.
I never even thought to look here for this. But I also have had clients who predominantly market to men, but they had to switch their marketing a little bit and market to the women in the relationship to sell the product for the men. And that worked well.
Okay. Okay, so people marketing on Pinterest, people who are having success doing it, and I know you run a lot of done for, like, you do the work for other clients, and then you also teach it effectively too. Are you working for clients and teaching clients who have like a physical product that they're shipping out, or is it a are you like marketing for people who are training and doing coaching, or both? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I've had more success because I've done it for a lot longer with the coaching content creators, right? I've been working with those people for almost 5 years. I started adding in e-commerce about 18 months ago, and we have had some really good success with some companies and some not so great success with others. Just to be completely transparent, the product needs to be like validated, and we have to validate their audience is there. And sometimes if they're brand new to Pinterest, they haven't done that work. So obviously we get the best results from people who have, even if they've only dabbled on Pinterest a little bit, like we get better results for them than people who are starting brand new and just guessing. Because it takes some time to tweak and implement and tweak and implement.
Like any platform, you kind of got to know what your audience responds to on a platform. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm like blown away here. I truly, until this moment, Heather, you've known me for a while now. and I like saying sensational statements. Jill gets me on that all the time too. So no, but for real, until like literally this moment, I honestly thought Pinterest was for like buying templates for how-to projects. Like,
I had a client, we did that too, tiny homes.
Okay, but there's more than that. I can hire a life coach on Pinterest.
Ultimately, yeah, you could definitely find all kinds of people on there that are life coaches.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I have a client starting, well, I guess it's officially, no, it's not April. I have a client starting in April. She's a relationship coach for career-driven women who are looking to start or maintain their relationship, even though they're career-driven. And she's on Pinterest.
Okay. And Cian just said Pinterest is a visual search engine. I've never thought of it that way, Cian. That's a really good way to say it. So can I, if I'm marketing on Pinterest, can I market coaching or a done for you service, and do you like build a page out and a brand so people get to know you, and then you interact with them and have a conversation like you would on Facebook or Instagram?
Not really a conversation, but the first half you kind of had correct. So you build out a profile that's optimized to your audience.
Mm-hmm.
So your audience for like a lead agency, they may be looking for like, how do I find clients? How to start a Facebook group or whatever, like that, maybe like some of the things they're looking for. So you create an optimized profile based on what you know they're looking for and what you offer. So you kind of cross those two things together, and you build an optimized profile on that. And then you start creating Pinterest images that go to your offers or your free like landing pages, email list, whatever it is. It can be free or paid. And then you send traffic to it.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. And do you find that Pinterest ads are like paid traffic? Is it more expensive or less expensive per lead, or is that just
It
depend on a million
varies.
things? Yeah.
It depends on a million things. A lot of our clients will find that if they're cheaper because they're in the B2C space, those in the B2B space will find that they're probably a little bit more expensive because that market of people looking for business related things is less. So they have a little bit of a smaller ocean to play in. But it's also a really good, effective retargeting machine. Like if you're marketing on all the other platforms in a paid fashion, then using Pinterest as a place to put images for remarketing purposes is also really effective.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of different ways to go about it.
Interesting. Okay. So if somebody's starting brand, like for me, I don't even have a Pinterest account. All right. Let's just talk, let's talk coaching. So, I mean, you know this, Heather, we teach people how to build their own high ticket mastermind. Cool. We've done one, we've had a lot of fun with it, and we teach how to do it. I have no Pinterest account, no presence on Pinterest. All right. How do I start marketing my expertise on Pinterest from zero?
So you would have, does your team do any Google, like research for Google, like Google SEO?
Yeah,
Okay.
all the time, yeah.
So you could take that Google SEO and you could start with that on Pinterest and validate that those search terms on Pinterest exist.
Okay.
So that's one hack that I like to use is any of our clients who have had either ran Google ads or they have a website and they're doing really good with Google SEO, we take those keywords and we plug them into the search bar and just make sure that they exist. If they exist and there's content that is coming up in the search results on those keywords, then we know that it's like tipping your toe into the water, like validating that your audience is there. So we can start with that, and we build a profile around your offers and what you create for free. So we know that you do all kinds of free Facebook Lives in this group. You have trainings on teaching people how to get into or create masterminds. So we could create boards all around your offers and services that you do. And we pair that with the search terms that they're looking for. And we create your boards. Your boards are where all your pins live. And then from there, we create a image strategy where we take those keywords and we implement them into the images, and we make really pretty images like this Volkswagen commercial. I drive a Volkswagen. See the image, the text on it?
Yeah.
So Volkswagen is promoting this car on Pinterest, and it says it charges in your sleep, not just in your dreams. So they're kind of targeting that desire in people to have an electric car on Pinterest, and they're hoping people will click that ad and check out their new line of automobiles. I don't know whoever says that word. I've never used that word until now.
Automobile?
Their new line of cars. And
hey, let's put the kids in the automobile and
the
go
automobile.
To the
And then, I bet they get sales from it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be promoting on there.
That blows my freaking mind. Like, I had no idea. Okay, so if you're marketing a coaching mastermind training type deal, I mean, I'm just gonna make this cheesy. I would say something like, want to build a mastermind, want to have our own high ticket mastermind, whatever, something like that. And you would like grab a picture of like
Stock imagery, typically.
Somebody teaching a small group in a really interactive way. I mean, it's so you make a visual story, a visual. Is there any like can you GIF or GIF this kind of thing, or does it have to be, is it
Yeah,
all stills?
absolutely.
Okay.
These are stills. You can have moving pens. This is a pen that's being promoted for a small product.
Okay.
Mastermind, mastermind, ad, mastermind. This is a video. It's promoted. It's just a GIF. She's literally just nodding her head. But I mean,
Okay.
this content's on here.
It's like a bobblehead. That's
Yeah.
really incredible. Okay. So for me, if we're doing any kind of paid traffic, my team and I never tried ourselves. We used to, and I've spent so much money.
Hmm.
I added a few weeks ago, Heather. We literally blew over $100,000 in Facebook ads 3 to 4 years ago, trying to
Oh my
figure
God.
out how to just run traffic to an offer. And then I realized, like, I need to quit listening to people telling me, build a funnel, run $2,000 a week to it until you figure it out and
Oh
crack the
my
code.
God.
Like, no. So now we literally outsource or hire someone to do it for us. Is Pinterest that way? Like, where it's complicated and you should just hire some? This is not, by the way, anybody, I don't pitch. There's no affiliates. There's no links. There's no nothing. Heather and I don't have any financial agreement that exchanges
Nope.
on that kind of thing. But
Just coffee. He's gonna send me more coffee later.
so is there a way, like, should a newbie be starting this on their own, or is it better to be like, no, I'm going to take a course, or I'm going to hire somebody? Like, how complicated is it?
There's a couple of different ways you can go. You can obviously take courses. Pinterest is one of those platforms where the courses are fewer and far, like further in between.
Like, there's a
Um,
million Facebook courses out there, right?
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
not a million Pinterest ads courses, unfortunately. I do have a friend that's going to start selling one soon, but like again, I don't have any monetary value in that. I have
Hmm.
no idea when she's going to start it, but there's fewer Pinterest ads courses that are actually worth the money to take and implement.
Hmm.
You can also contact Pinterest and you can get a rep, but that's harder to do, especially if you're not spending quite a bit of money,
Yeah.
like a few $1,000s a month at a minimum to get even a half decent rep. They have them split into different teams, or you have people like me who can help you shortcut the process, that can either do consulting for you and show you like how to set up and run the ads and how to optimize them and the things you should look for, or you could just hire someone like me to just do it for you.
And are there a lot of people like you out there that just do Pinterest? Like, again, Pinterest is such a new world to me.
Yes, so there's a lot of people that do organic. Again, there's not as many people that do paid, but there are people. Like I have a handful of friends that do paid.
And then do people like you who do this, do they, like in the Facebook ads world, there's people who specialize in products and people who specialize in coaching services. Like, everybody kind of has little niches. Is that the way it is for Pinterest as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. And what's your space? Like, what do you work in mostly?
I do kind of done for you, and then I do some consulting. So if you want someone to come in and set up the strategy for you, but you want to run them because maybe you can't afford to hire it out every month,
Hmm.
we do some of that where you just do consulting calls.
Yeah.
And then I also have the done for you for ads where I will do them for you.
That's great. That's great. So you can teach my team how, or if I wanted to be the entrepreneur who learned how, you could teach me how.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could get it done for me completely if I just wanted to be hands off and I had a proven offer and I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go. But if I
Yep.
don't have a quite proven offer yet, and I'm not really sure if my offer would work on Pinterest, is that where, like, you teaching me how, or my team how, is kind of the way to go, so
Yeah.
you can kind of sort it out? Yeah.
Yeah. We also
Okay.
just last week I did something super fun I've never done before. I taught a Facebook ads agency how to run Pinterest ads. So that was fun.
Okay. That
So
is
if you're a
fun.
Facebook ad agency and you're like, I have clients that might work on Pinterest, well, let me come and teach you how. I'll do
That's a
it.
great idea.
Yeah.
Just on that, Heather, that's a really good idea, by the way.
Mhm.
wonder if there's a whole bunch of other Facebook ad agencies that would want to learn that. And for those you, for you watching at home, all you people watching at home, like like Heather's watching at home right now, I'm watching at the park. Um, that's a really interesting idea to teach, even if you think teach my own clients my expertise. You can teach other experts your expertise because people want to cross. They want to cross the bridge sometimes. They want to
Yep.
diversify their own knowledge base or their team's knowledge base. Interesting idea.
Especially right now with the Facebook ad apocalypse that's been going on for like a year. A lot of companies who've never seen their ads on Pinterest before are now promoting on Pinterest.
I like the, did you say Facebook ads apocalypse?
Yeah.
Okay. So Heather, how do people find you? And then folks, if you have questions for Heather, like if you're watching live right now, ask. I bring experts on here so you can actually ask and get something done. And
Yeah.
if you're watching later, Heather's mentioned in the top up there, like ask her questions. She's been nice enough to give us her time. Like take advantage of this. So Heather, how do people get in touch with you? Is Pinterest, or can we hang out with you on Facebook, or are you like, no, Facebook sucks? That's why I'm on Pinterest.
No, I'm on Instagram. So Instagram.com/Heather Farris Co is how you can get into my DMs. I mean, you can message me on Facebook, but I may not answer for like a week. Or just heatherfarris.com is my website, and you can hit that contact form, and it comes straight to my inbox.
You actually own your name?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wish I did.
Well,
Heather
there's
Farris.
a lot of Chris Williams out there.
Aren't Heather and Farris aren't weird names either. Like, come on. Okay, so heatherfarris.com. What was the Instagram again? Heather Farris. What?
Heather Farris Co.
C-O. Okay, got it.
C-O.
Great.
Are you
Okay,
riding
cool.
your bike?
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna tell Jill that you're driving
Oh, she
and
knows.
Facebook Living at the same time.
She knows. I have a nice big bandage on my knee and banged up my hip the other day because I was on a skateboard and texting someone.
I hope she has good life insurance on you.
That's hilarious. I try to watch where I'm going. I'm going like 2 miles an hour, Heather. Come on. Okay, so last thing. What time is it, Heather? Because I can't see my clock.
6:51.
Okay, good. We still got a few minutes. Any questions, folks? Feel free to fire away. Last thing then, where does someone like me start? So someone like me who has a proven offer, and we got this thing rocking. We just want to diversify our lead sources. I mean, let's call it what it is. So all of us want to, if you have a proven offer out there, so there's kind of phases. Let me back up here. There's kind of phases for all of us as entrepreneurs, right? If you're doing a product or an info service or done for you, whatever. You're either trying to figure it out. You know you got something, you know you want to do something, but you can't, you're trying to figure out if you can actually sell it. Or you've passed that stage and you're figuring it out. And now you gotta totally get it going. So now you got this traffic and you're making money and you're just trying to get the team and everything built out. And then there's the next phase where you're like, oh my gosh, this thing's really working. I got everything built out. And now I need to diversify my lead sources. I need to be able to not have everything coming from like just Facebook or just organic or just referrals. For that third category, I got something working and I want to diversify where my leads come in, and I'm thinking Pinterest is it. What is the first thing to do?
So the funnel's working, right? Is that what you said?
The funnel's working. It's making money, and I got some basic team already going. Is the first? Yeah.
Generate more leads.
I want to generate more leads, and I know my people are on Pinterest. I just have no freaking idea how to get onto Pinterest. Is the first thing to do to start Googling and watching YouTube videos, or my first instinct is to say, I'm making money, I'm going to hire somebody, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're already making money and you know you don't want to do it and you want to outsource it or just have someone else at least start the process for you, then that's totally an option. So you can start with either having someone do all the setup and then teach you how to do it when you're done, or have someone just hire someone to just run it. So that's either or is fine. I wouldn't suggest if someone has a running funnel and they already have a proven offer, they have other things to work on to make sure the funnel's consistently converting, making sure the customers are happy. I wouldn't suggest that person probably do it themselves because it is a lot of time. It's a time commitment. So hiring someone would probably be better for that particular business owner. You have to start with actually setting up the account and the strategy.
Gotcha. And if there's somebody who doesn't already have that offer completely nailed down, but they think their people might be on Pinterest, that's where they go and take a course, or like in your situation, I think you do several one-on-one settings and you show them how to do it, but you let them do it themselves though. It saves them some money and yet they get the expertise they need.
Yeah. I like the done with you offer. And I think Noelle just commented done with you or done for you. I like the done with you because somebody actually, you're paying to get into someone's brain and you're not just taking a course that maybe wasn't updated. And it's a lot more to have to learn. And then you're like, is this the right thing? Did I understand that correctly? You don't have the ability oftentimes to answer questions or ask questions. Like I have a course, but I don't offer any paid or any Facebook group or anything behind it because it's a lot of time.
Okay.
And I would have to charge a lot more for the course. Yeah. So a done with you in my situation, I offer this situation where it's like we meet for 90 days. So I set the strategy up and I teach you how to do it. And then we meet again for accountability and any questions that need answered. Noelle asked, if you can't see them, where do you find a good person to hire? Oftentimes referrals, Noelle, but I do this. So me.
Yeah, Noelle and Charlene are both hanging out there. Noelle and Charlene, Heather is in our mastermind as well. And you can trust Heather. Just going to throw that one out there. Let's make it easy for you. So that makes sense. If you don't have the proven offer, learn and have somebody guide you through it if you can do it yourself. If you do have a proven
someone
offer,
on your team implement for a little bit for you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Good idea. All right, so let's do this. Heather's info is at the top. I put her link there. If you want to talk to her faster, Heather Farris Co, Heather Farris CO on Instagram, or heatherfarris.com. And if you don't know how to spell Heather Farris, it's up there at the top of this Facebook post as well. And reach out to Heather, even if you're like wondering, maybe Heather doesn't do the kind of work that you need done. Maybe she doesn't, maybe that's not her specialty, but I'm sure she can point in the right direction to get you started. And if she can point in the right direction and do it for you, then great. Bottom line is, folks, there's a freaking ton of people on Pinterest, and I think it's a really underutilized like market space.
450 million of them.
That's a few people. Noelle says I'm thinking more for our interior design studio. I have an account, but no time to manage it. Look at that. Wow.
Hey, Noelle.
Yeah, Noelle's one of those people who needs like 4 lifetimes to do everything that she wants to do.
Yeah, I get it.
She's got a lot of things going. All right, everybody. Heather, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Chris.
It's good to see everybody. You have a great week. Talk soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.